Yeah, so I want to give you guys some data so you can understand in the finance and accounting area how important we need to know data analytics, how important we know how to actually digger the data pattern from massive financial data, and how important you have quant skills. So these are the some data we collected for my research. So what data shows is, so let's say one company disclose financial news. Let's say one company disclosed earnings, sales, or a lot of financial data variables. So the chart shows you over time how many are human reading those data, how many are machine actually automatically processing this data. So let's see that this is 2003. 2003, let's say the company disclosed annual report. The annual report has information about earnings, assets, sales, expense, a lot of financial numbers. So in earlier years, you can see most of these financial data are consumed by human. There's very small percentage of a machine actually are reading the data and trade on the data. But over time, you can see that the world has changed. Looking at the recent years, almost 90 to 80% of the firm financial data, financial news, are actually read by machine, not human. And the trend is going up. It's keep going up. So it just gives you guys some it rings the bell telling you how you should prepare for the new world, of the quant analytics, the machine learning and AI. So let's say if you want to be a corporate manager, you want to be a corporate manager, you want to be a CFO, you have to keep in mind 10 years ago, it's not just 10 years, it's 20 years ago. 20 years ago, your audience, they are actually human. So when you give them earnings, sales, all these financial data, human are reading your data. Human are analyzing your data. They are training on your data. So that was about 2 decades ago. But looking at right now, machines, they automatically crawl the data and analyze the data and trade on your data. So if you are corporate managers, you have to think about it before you prepare the financial data for companies, for the human. Now you prepare the financial companies for machines. What you should do, why you should do to cater to machine, why you should do to cater to in addition to human. So this is one thing you guys have to keep in mind thinking. That's how this class will prepare you guys for. I want you guys to be able to understand the difference between like a quantitative analysis and a qualitative analysis. Like 2 decades ago, when humans analyze financial data, they may be just sitting there saying, well, the numbers look good. I think this is a company I can invest. But right now, we have to do very rigorous data and analytics to generate whether this is a company we can invest or not to invest. So this is something I will help you guys prepare for, how to analyze this data, financial data, to be able to predict the firm's future performance. And so going back to the chart, you can see that 2 decades ago, only humans are reading this financial data, financial news. But in the current years, a machine are reading it. So as a corporate manager, when you prepare for the financial data, you have to keep in mind, not just you can cater to machine, you have not just cater to human, you need to cater to the machine. That's on the corporate manager side. I want to take the other side of the view. What if you are investors? What if you are hedge fund, mutual fund managers? For you, the world also has been changing, right? So looking at this, 80% to 90% of funds are using quantitative and machine learning, using machine to analyze this data. You don't want to be the rest of 10%. What I'm saying is, if rest of your investment company peers, they are all using AI, quant tools, and machine learning to analyze the data, to analyze the financial data. You want to be in that group. You want to be in that 80%, 90% group. You don't want to be left out. You don't want to be the rest of 10% of the people fund who are just behind the game. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you are not interested in going to corporate, if you are interested in going to investment companies, this is some more necessary skills you need to have, because you want to be in the group of the majority of the funds who are using these high advanced quant skills to predict returns. You don't want to be in the rest of 10% or 20% of funds who are a little bit behind the game. So this is one data I collected just to show you guys the industry is changing. All the students need to be well prepared for the new age of data analytics, to be able to handle the data, process the data using large data analysis to predict returns. So that's one thing I want to give you guys the industry, some industry evidence, and this is a new demand for your new skills. So this is one industry trend. Any questions? Does the chart looks interesting to you guys, or it's any comments? Okay, so let's look at another industry evidence here. So this is the trend, the trend of in this project, what we did is we built a machine analyst. So the machine analyst that you can understand as AlphaGo. Have you guys? I'm sure you guys heard AlphaGo. AlphaGo is the machine player who can play Go, the Chinese chess, and the machine AlphaGo can horse race with the top world chess players, and AlphaGo wins. So what we did is we developed like Alpha analysts. So the Alpha analyst, for example, let's say we predict a Google price. At a certain time, the Alpha analyst can crawl all the information about Google, and then understand those information and make a forecast. And then we use the machine-made forecast, horse race with human-raised forecast, and we see which one is better. We're just trying to get insights, like when you guys become an analyst later on to make a forecast. We already be the machine analyst. We will horse race the machine analyst forecast with your forecast, and we want to see who is doing better and how to improve machine and how to improve you. So this is the idea about the project. So there's one thing we did in the project which I think is helpful for you guys to prepare for your career. What we did is we collect all the investment companies hiring ads. So for example, Goldman Sachs, they're trying to hire some analysts. Morgan Stanley, they're trying to hire some analysts. So we collect all the hiring news of these investment companies, funds, and brokers. We found one interesting trend, which is the analysts they are looking for are more developed into people who have data background, have very strong quant background, someone who has machine learning skills. So this is the trend that we see from their hiring ads. They want people who have very strong skill, play with data, and also sometimes of the ads ask for machine learning and AI skills, sometimes computer science. So this is an inevitable trend, I think, for you guys. If you want to be able to successful to land a job in the investment industry or in the corporate finance industry, you need to develop a very strong quant skills. You need to play with the data, understanding the data and use the data to generate new insights. People cannot be able to generate without experience. So you can see the game is changing. So in 2000, 2 decades ago, when analysts are making forecasts, so what do? They will just look at the case. They will analyze the industry. They will sit in there, have a lunch with colleagues and talking about, well, I think this company is good because I look at this, I look at that. In my intuition, I think we can invest in that company. So that's about 20 years ago. People make a judgment by intuition, by cases, by their experience. Time has changed. Right now, if you want to make a recommendation, buy or sell, if you want to make a forecast, you have to do very rigorous data analytics. You have to provide evidence to your investors. Here, this is the analyst I have done. So you can see that this is the data. This is the first data analytics I have done. This is the second one. I can show you that the result is robust in this sample, in that sample. So time has changed. So we need the people who can rely on the data to generate reliable recommendation versus a long time ago, it's more of an intuition-based, experience-based. So that's why you can see that over time, there's an increasing trend here. You can see the figure here, increasing trend here. Investment company are trying to hire more analysts with strong quant skills, machine learning and computer science. And I want you guys to be one of them. They want to hire. That's what I want. That's what I want. So in order to do that, we have to prepare you guys to be able to have the skill for doing so. I know you guys are junior. A lot of you guys have taken a lot of classes already. So I'm confident. You guys will be one of them. These companies are looking for, are targeting. And so this is about some industry experience, industry data, and to show you guys why we're putting so much effort in data analytics, why the school give me so talented assistants and help me develop the class. So this is just give you some ideas. This is not just for one school, like all schools are doing so. All schools are doing so. And it's also, you will see the same thing when you guys looking for job, using strong quant skills to identify a price pattern. So this is about the data from the experience.